Hello and welcome. I am Raziel, and this is today talking about the Warhammer Open Day preview on Saturday, the 14th of October. It'll be at 2 p.m. British Summer Time. Anyway, so as you know, there are 4 systems being supported by this one. That is Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Old World, and Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. So, as you can see, there is a glaring omission, Warhammer the Horus Heresy, but I will speak about that in a minute. First, let's discuss some predictions. I will not be talking about Age of Sigmar because I really don't care. There you go. So, Warhammer 40,000, well, what does it say? Not much, but there is going to be a brand new model for Voltan, the Leagues of Votan, the squads. Actually, I don't like that model. It's a bit weird. It reminds me of something else. I'm trying to put my hand on it, but it doesn't look 40k. It reminds me of a StarCraft. That is such a StarCraft model. That is StarCraft through and through. Ooh, that is so StarCraft. So yeah, not a big fan of that one, but it says new books and miniatures for Warhammer 40,000, which is obviously codices, and whichever ones are next is probably going to be Eldari and Chaos, because we've had Tyranids, we've had Space Marines. Personally, I would have preferred it if we had the other Chaos ones, okay? The other Chaos model, the other Space Marine codices, the Blood Angels, Dark Angels, those would be the ones that I want to see now. I want to see those next, so we can see them straight away. So people who play those non-codex compliant chapters can get their codex pretty soon and not have to buy the present one to play their game. And so there you go. And new miniatures. And I think the new miniatures are going to tie in with Kill Team. I really do. So I think it's going to... This is why I think it's going to be Eldar. I think we're going to see a new Eldar Codex. Eldari Codex. Because we're going to see Karandaraths. And some Striking Scorpions. Okay. That is my prediction. We're going to have Chaos. We might get some more Leaguers of Votan models. But I honestly think we're going to have new Eldari, especially new Striking Scorpions. I like Striking Scorpions, actually. They're actually pretty good. I only just used them first time. I've been playing Eldar for 30 years, and literally last edition was the first time I ever used Striking Scorpions. I always used Howling Banshees up to that point. I liked Howling Banshees. They were fast, they were ruthless, and I actually finally got used to Striking Scorpions, and I quite like them now. But not my favourite. Still at number 1 of my favourite is Aspect Warriors are Fire Dragons, because I like me some fire. Right, next, Warhammer, the Age of Sigmar. Right, I'm not really going to talk about this, but I've been saying for the past year that next year we're getting a new Warhammer Age of Sigmar box. And what did they say? Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a new box. There you go. Right, no, that's me reading that wrong. Okay, new miniatures and new books for Warhammer the Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40,000. So new models as well. Really honestly, like I said, it's not something I care about, so I'm not going to discuss it. Probably demons. Anyway, new box and faction for Kill Team. Now this is one that is interesting. I think it's going to tie in with Warhammer 40,000. Now, Kill Team I think is going to be Striking Scorpions as their new faction. And it's going to be for the Eldari, and the box will be fighting Gene Stealers. Striking Scorpions versus Gene Stealers. I kind of hope we're going to get some new Cat-Chan soon. That would be great. I'd like some new Cat-Chan. But I think the new box will be Striking Scorpions versus Gene Stealers. It's going to be a very, very close combat-based box. It's going to see lots of trees and stuff. And, well, jungle. It's going to be jungle-based. And I think that's what it's going to be. And honestly, I'm hoping it's not too much as well. Because I'm worried, because with a new... Obviously, Games Workshop likes to charge a premium if the models are new. And I'm worried that that's going to be the case with this one. And honestly, I don't think trees are a very good terrain to do because it's quite easy to make. It's one of the easiest terrains to make. You go outside and you cut branches off a tree. There it is. There's your terrain. And finally is Warhammer the Old World. Big news for that. I think this is going to be rules. And that's it. I think it's going to be rules on how to assemble your army for armies that previously exist, for people who have armies and they want to use them, for the old world when it drops. So that is my prediction on now. It's just going to be rules. We're going to probably see some new book covers and maybe a couple of new miniature concepts. But I think we're going to see actual rules and things that actually help people get prepared for the game, which is something Games Workshop should have been doing for a while. And since they actually really started talking about the old world, I think they should have actually started showing people how to build armies of models they already have, so they could get ready. But instead, they've been getting rid of the old world miniatures, which is a crying shame. They got rid of so many of them, especially all these Empire ones. And so there you go. I think that's what it is. We might see some new Empire models or something like that, but I think we're going to see rules on how to build an army, and basically what you need, and what codex army books will be appropriate at time of release, which we could use as a guideline. And that's basically, I think we're not going to see that much more for Warhammer the Old World, as much as I'd like to see, but I do think that's what we're going to see. Now, the crux of this video, 6 minutes in, and it won't be even that long, is the omission. The omission is Warhammer Horus Heresy. Now, the reason this is a very glaring omission here is because Epic is around the corner, and this is a big trade show. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic drops the day, it actually goes out for sale the day on the 14th. I wouldn't be surprised that we see it for pre-order next week, and that, when this is actually going to be really bad, because everyone's going to be wanting to watch this and not going to be really excited about Epic. And Epic we have very little for. We know what we're getting in the big starter box. We know the extra boxes we're getting on top to build that further, which isn't very much. There's some tanks, we have some auxiliary artillery pieces, and of course the drop pods. I do like the drop pods, though, I've got to admit. But seeing this, Horus Heresy being omitted from this list, doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. It doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence with how they're actually supporting this new game. This is a big day, and when you've got a game coming out, and you could check almost every E3, and for the past 30 years, okay, E3's not been going that long, that was called hyperbole. Okay, so anyway, lastly, when a game is coming out, it is hyped, it is being supported so people can go out and sit. And when you have a big day like Warhammer Day, and your brand new game is missing, it's a glaring omission. It is screaming how loudly it's not there. And it's such a shame, because Epic, I believe, has the ability to do well. It's the only real game at the moment in a sci-fi fiction fantasy setting which is doing this. The only ones that really match it right now, but they're a lot different scale, of course, are Dystopian Wars and Armada. And that's one's fantasy, one's science fiction. So even then, they're not really competing. So it's in an open market on its own. And it should be supported more. And seeing this lack of support doesn't... I mean, I don't know why I would go out and buy it if I don't see it being supported. If I want to buy a game, I want to see it supported. I want to see it, get the models and have fun with it. Not to see it, okay, oh yeah, it's coming out, but when it's coming out, when it's due out, we're just going to ignore it on our biggest event of the season. It does not fill me with any confidence. It fills me with dread about how little they're going to support it. It's worrisome, to be honest with you. And I don't know. I would have loved to see this be supported. I think it should have been supported. And there you go. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and my stuttering self. As always, I've been Maziel, and I've been trying. This is my predictions, and I hope I'm right. Okay, I do hope. I hope to see some new Eldari. I love my Eldar, always have done. I think they're a great race, one of my favourite factions of all time. And I think Kill Team and Warhammer 40k are going to work together, as they should. Age of Sigmar, I don't know. And of course, the Old World. I hope it's alright. But we'll wait and see in 2 weeks. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for watching. If you want to save money on your Warhammer 40k, there is, of course, Whaling Games down below with a discount on Warhammer and free delivery after £20. There, of course, is Forbidden Planet if you like comics and other geeky stuff, and my comics, my merchandise, and everything else. Have a great day. Oh shit, Patreon. Thank you very much. There is Patreon as well, which is great. But as always, if you're going to support the channel, click on one of the links, buy yourself something nice. That way you support the channel and we both win. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.